I am very stoked to have my next guest join us. They just released a new single called So Damn Fly. It is the guys of Your Grandparents, the Costa, Gene Carter, and Ghetto Blaster Man. How are you?
Amazing, amazing. Wow.
Before we got started, we were just catching up about you guys and your activity and things. And you guys are quite an enigma. And I find you guys to be very talented, and you have a lot going on right now. But again, not much written about you. So I'm curious as to how you guys all got together. Who was the instigator, and what was the purpose of this project?
We got together. Well, I met this man when we were like 13 in seventh grade, and I met him around the same time, but under different pretenses. We were like playing sports together and stuff. Yeah, and but me and him almost like 6 months, a year after our friendship started writing together, just because we both found out we had an interest in it. We didn't have anything to record on, so we started a Facebook page where we would like put all our raps with our other friends that like wanted to make music and stuff. Yeah, and then eventually I found out this man made beats.
Yeah.
Maybe like ninth, 10th grade, so we were like 15.
Yeah.
And we made our first song, and we were like, that wasn't that hard.
Let's keep going.
And so we just never stopped. I mean, we made a few projects while we were in high school and kind of like treated them really serious, I feel like, to the point where it's like now when we're older, we have a little knowledge under our belt, a little time. Yeah, we've done shows, we've been involved in music for the better part of our life. Yeah.
When you're kids, you always have these big dreams. And I think when you're kids, it's really into music and you're, trying to emulate the rappers and artists that you hear on the radio and you see online and all this stuff. It's one thing, but then to actually pursue it as a career is another. So who's the driving force in terms of trying to make something original versus, I can emulate what Kanye just did or whoever it may be? Like, what was the turning point in all that?
That's production.
Yeah, I think if anybody is like the instigator, like the catalyst, I think it's me. I'm always switching stuff up, and always like, you should do that again, or just like
it gets us to adapt. Yeah, because his music taste is so wide as is ours, but he can actually take that and articulate it on a piano, which is like the difference between, I feel like, being able to like think of an idea and express it, but this man can be like, oh, I'm just gonna do this because he has like kind of the technical background. Whereas me and Kyle, like, I play instruments by ear, like I play guitar by ear. Kyle plays bass, and we both rap and sing and stuff. But like, if someone asked us like, oh, what type of music do you make? Like, it's like you immediately want to say, oh, well, like we rap, but it's like it's not just rap. So it's like it's rap and R&B, but then you start thinking everything else that's like gone into it. Like, I grew up playing violin. Like, I started playing violin when I was 5, and I started playing guitar when I was like 9 after that. And eventually I convinced myself that violin was lame. Probably one of the biggest mistakes in my life. And I just like stopped playing. But I was heavy into rock way before I was into rap, because to me rap was like almost classical music, because my dad just played it off rip, you know what I mean? That was just regular music I had heard all the time. And I didn't really, I guess I didn't comprehend like the importance of it I guess how important it was going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
who are some of the bands that you were into?
I was into a lot of like old rock. Like, I had a huge Jimi Hendrix phase. Like, my thing, I grew my afro out.
He's got a poster on.
I had a framed poster in my room, and I was just like, I don't know, like I saw that you could be a black rock star, and then I realized that black people made rock, and I was like, what? Like, and I got super excited and geeked about it, and I just embraced it. But then I had like so many things to say. I feel like we all have always been like critical thinkers, and me and Kyle always had a lot to say, to the point where before we even had production, we were writing full songs just to get feelings off, just to do it,
And I think that's kind of the beauty of the fact that we make just kind of like a wide array of music, is that they, sometimes we'll come in and everybody's not feeling like rapping. You know, everybody, someone might be going through something, and so they end up writing something that's kind of like very pensive and very like reflective and something like that. So the song ends up sounding reflective, and I think that's just because we're making music that is, I guess we're not like focused on the genre, we're focused on just like capturing the lives we're living, you know?
Yeah, kind of just like making what we feel,
I guess the genre kind of like pops out after that, after life has been like.
The genre could change 3 times before the song comes out, you know? And the words all be the same, but we're just like, how do we frame these ideas correctly?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and have the sonics capture the same emotions that the words kind of hold.
Now, you've been working on this album during some, for lack of a better phrase, interesting times. A, the pandemic, and then B, this fight against social injustice. And you being in LA, where the largest protests in the world were taking place, I'm sure there are a lot of different feelings and emotions that you've been going through. So how much of your observations and how you've been grappling with the situation are going to be reflected in your music?
You know,
a lot of this was recorded before quarantine and stuff. So we were kind of just, and I'm kind of glad it was, because I feel like if we were in the thick of it and still trying to digest it and understand it and then regurgitate whatever it is that we learned or felt immediately this quickly, it might not have been exactly what we wanted to say. What I like about this project is it was just us living our lives as, you know what I'm saying, Black youths, you know what I'm saying? And I like that it gives a perspective to where it's like, when there's kids like us that are younger than us watching us, they get to see us just be people instead of oppressed people, you know what I'm saying? And so they know that they can be that, you know what I mean? They know that they can do whatever it is that they really want to do to make themselves happy, and that that's not like their entire identity is what can be used like against us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this project is mainly about love, honestly. Just us being people and loving in all different ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's 3 voices on the project, you know, we're all living 3 separate lives, but we're all mad close, you know what I'm saying?
So since the album revolves around the theme of love and relationships and the trials and tribulations that you go through as a human being, I'm curious, who is the best wingman amongst the 3 of you?
I think I'm a fire-ass wingman. It's fire wingman.
Chaz is gifted. He's got the gifted gap.
Yeah.
Chaz has a way with words.
I feel like we're good wingmen for each other. Yeah, we know how we work.
When we go out, it's usually all 3 of us, and it's kind of like it's like clay. It forms to the situation it's being put in. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of you guys. Really looking forward to the album. Thank you so much for taking time to do this, and nice to virtually meet you.
And thank you.
Great to meet you as well. Yeah. We really appreciate it.